What's going on, my PT peeps? I'm Walking Dead family, my fighters on One Eye Bright, also known as PT. I don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, really all the connections that should be coming, well, at least a tie-in with The World Beyond and Fear the Walking Dead per Matthew Negretti. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead, that's for sure. Rick, Jadis. It feels like forever since Rick went away, and it really has been if you think about it, right? We haven't seen this guy since season 9, episode 5, but we're going to talk about some good things here. Hit that subscribe button, like, share, subscribe, support the PT channel any way that you can. We truly appreciate the support in any way, shape, or form. Now, per Yahoo News, I think it's UK News from Yahoo News, TWD's World Beyond is currently airing its second and final season on AMC. It's on AMC Plus, and as I post this video, I've seen the first 4 episodes. Showrunner Matt Negretti told Insider that there's a small tie-in related to Fear the Walking Dead by the end. We don't want small tie-ins, we want large tie-ins. Come on. We'll honor some of those connections with The Walking Dead and Fear, Negretti said. Negretti is the showrunner for World Beyond, but will The Walking Dead World Beyond tie in with other Walking Dead shows at all by its series finale? That's a great question, and I hope so. But don't we all hope so, right? When we asked the World Beyond showrunner, Matt Negretti, he confirmed that since the Civic Republic military has appeared in all 3 shows, we can expect to see a little something by the show's end that connects to Fear the Walking Dead. There is something with Fear that could be a little bit of a tie-in towards the end, Negretti said. I won't give too much away. It's something that isn't a huge thing, but it really is something else that we put into the end to make sure that it really felt like we're honoring the connectivity between all the shows. Negretti added the CRM. It's a large organization, but they're not so large that different soldiers may or may not even know each other. So hint, hint, does the Commonwealth know about the Civic Republic? Hope so, right? We want all 3 shows to connect like these 3 rings. It's just symbolism right here of all 3 shows should connect with this group, the Civic Republic military. Now, there is something with Fear that could be a little bit of a tie-in towards the end. Now, I highlighted that again here, or I shared it again, because it sucks that it's a little bit of a tie-in. We don't want little tie-ins. We want large tie-ins, major connections, not some little thing like, ooh, they know about the bombs that went off in Texas. Well, great. Shouldn't they know? The Civic Republic is supposed to be huge. Nebraska is right there. They should definitely know what's going on there. What does that mean, though, about the larger organization, not so large that different soldiers may or may not even know each other? It would be great if Mercer knows different people in the Civic Republic. It just would be great if there's major connections and tie-ins, and there really should be. There's definitely some connections there, Negretti said. I won't say too much more about it other than we'll honor some of those connections with Walking Dead and Fear. Well, okay, so he's talking about World Beyond, so it's going to connect with The Walking Dead and Fear. So there should be connections on all 3 shows. I just hope it's something that makes a lot of sense. Not like, yeah, they mentioned someone. Like, it's great that Isabel is on Fear the Walking Dead and she's a pilot, that we kind of finally get to know a pilot in the Civic Republic. So just for those who don't know, the Civic Republic military is the military aspect of the Civic Republic. So the CR is the Civic Republic, the CRM is the Civic Republic military. This was on Fear the Walking Dead. The bombs went off in season 6, changing the dynamic of Fear the Walking Dead going into season 7 in a big, huge way. Now the article continues with Fear the Walking Dead, which kicks off its season 7 premiere on Sunday. That was this Sunday. I've seen the first 2 episodes. Introduced Isabel, a member of the CRM, at the end of last season. Isabel saved a bunch of Fear the Walking Dead characters and flew off in a CRM chopper to parts unknown. Well, we met Isabel in season 5, and then we saw her again in season 6. Those survivors could wind up at the CRM, but that sounds like too big of a reveal for the bit of a tie-in that Negretti teased. So he kind of hinted at, I don't know if he really teased anything because it's a bit of a tie-in. Is he underselling it, or is it that small that he doesn't want to sound too big of a connection? It sounds like we could see Isabel have a conversation with another known CRM soldier like Huck or its leader Isabel. Or maybe Isabel has a run-in with a former TWD character who's making her way back into the Walking Dead universe this year. That's Jadis. Announced in September, this season of The Walking Dead World Beyond reintroduces Jadis/Ann, who is played by Pollyanna McIntosh from The Walking Dead. I wonder if she's going to have a new name, right? We kind of can assume that she's going to have a new name. Jadis was with the Junkyard, Ann is with our group, now she's with the Civic Republic. I could assume that she's going to have a new name, but will Pollyanna McIntosh's character really be meaningful on the World Beyond? And when are we going to see her? Spoiler alert, we haven't seen her in the first 4 episodes, and I don't think we're going to see her in the 5th episode per the trailer for 205. But who is she talking to? Is it Huck? Is it Isabel? Is it Elizabeth Kublik? Is it Michonne? That'd be amazing. Is it Rick? That'd be even better if it was Rick, but I doubt it. And they talk about Jadis a little bit here. That compassionate version of Jadis may be long gone. In a teaser for the 2nd season of The Walking Dead World Beyond, it looks like Jadis is now a fully loyal member of the CRM. Negretti told Insider he was happy to bring Jadis back into the Walking Dead universe on World Beyond after writing McIntosh's last episode on the flagship series. I always feel bad too, because that episode of The Walking Dead, when she left, that was Rick's last episode, obviously, and it was Maggie's last episode for a long time. Negretti said of season 9, episode 5, I kind of felt like Pollyanna never quite got her due. It's so great to bring her back because there's so much more story to tell with her, Negretti added. And since Jadis and Pollyanna McIntosh, whatever you want to call this woman, was connected with Rick, that's why we care about this character. If she wasn't connected with Rick, it wouldn't make any sense to have her back in there. But either way, it's cool to see a person from The Walking Dead cross over to another show, and that's what we ultimately want. Crossovers with The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, Rick movies, other spin-offs all the way around. But Jadis left in season 9, episode 5 with Rick. And then a 6-year time jump. And then if you saw Jadis in the other picture, she does not look like this with her haircut. It's much, much shorter, which I have to say is a terrible cut. This looks far better. Shorter hair like Mo from the Three Stooges is never a good look. But Rick went away in season 9, episode 5 with Jadis, and we're waiting and waiting and waiting. And oh yeah, we're still waiting for any news, and hopefully we get it. But will Isabel make contact with Jadis, or does she know her? Maybe she knows Jennifer, that's Huck. If they interact, what will that mean for those over on Fear the Walking Dead who are currently with Isabel? We'll have to keep watching to find out, and that's what it's all about. Just keep watching. But it sounds like we can get a minor meeting between some of the characters across the 3 shows, when Insider mentioned to Negretti that it's tough to believe how these 3 shows aren't doing crossovers, something like the CW has excelled in with its superhero series. Negretti mentioned Jadis' Junkyard from The Walking Dead. Her junkyard was not far from Alexandria, Negretti said, so there definitely are a lot of areas that are just ripe for those connection points. So should we find out more about Jadis' junkyard? We definitely should, because that was the first time we saw Jadis, and should we find out more about that? Sure, why not? But if it connects with Rick, it's all good. But if it doesn't, it's kind of a waste of time. We want Jadis to connect the dots with Rick, and that's it. I don't really care about Jadis in the junkyard that much, but if it connects us closer to Rick, it's cool. Now, if Jadis is talking to Isabel and nothing really comes from it, it's stupid. Jadis was seen in the trailer, so they put this out there for us to see. Isabel connected with Fear could be an awesome connection with the World Beyond and really open things up. But if nothing comes from it, it's a waste of time. Now, Jadis, we know, has been connected with the Civic Republic for a long time, since many seasons ago. We still want to know, how is she connected with them? Why did she have this nice, clean environment? Was she a higher ranking individual? Did she do something like Huck to be expelled and put out and, just had to earn her way back in? There's a lot of questions that could be great for the story. But again, if they don't connect with Rick, who cares? Jadis is not that big of a character, in my opinion. She does progress the story. And if the Civic Republic, military Civic Republic stuff can come around again, it's cool. But the stuff with Negan and Jadis, Father Gabriel and Jadis, has not even been mentioned on The Walking Dead. Will that ever come up? It really needs to. It's kind of a big plot hole, because Jadis was connected with the Civic Republic, Rick's exit, Negan, Father Gabriel, just soon to be the World Beyond. It kind of annoys us fans. Walking Dead, if anybody's watching this, definitely gotta give us some fan service writing for the final season. But connection points, tie-ins, I don't want minor things. I don't want oh yeah, well, the fallout has really gotten better now from the bombs in Texas. Great. I want to know, where has Jadis been all this time? What's Rick been doing? Where is Rick now? Is he connected with some sort of place that Jadis was? Why is Jadis still not with him? Why is Jadis allowed to just go fly in a helicopter and connect with Elizabeth Kublik or whoever? And where is Rick? That's what we want to know. But let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. What do you think the tie-ins are going to be? Are they worth watching, worth waiting and waiting and waiting for? Or is it going to be a letdown? Thank you guys. Stay safe. Support the PT channel any way you can. And as always, tell them Daryl.